In talking to our digital department and other people who run king5.com, Christopher, any story about an orca is always like one of the top stories that they'll see for weeks. It would appear at times. So fascinating to see that up close like that.
Yeah, glad there's a happy ending as well. So happy to see that. Not happy to see the cloud cover, Steve. It's a completely different story than what we saw yesterday. We actually saw quite a few sun breaks during the afternoon hours. Live look at the waterfront. It's dry in Seattle, but we're seeing some pretty thick overcast skies here in Seattle. And that's the same case for the beaches as well. Long Beach, pretty overcast. Actually, some lower clouds for the coastal areas and mountains, even holding on to some of the cloud cover right now. It is important to note, notice some of that snow melt, though. For Paradise, you can see there in the parking lot, some of the snow is melting, and this is an important reminder with the higher sun angle this time of the year, the milder temperatures, and that dense snowpack we had from the heavy spring snow. The avalanche danger is increased, so just keep that in mind if you do plan on heading to the mountains. The reason why we're seeing that cloud cover today, we have a weak frontal system that is working its way toward the north. Most of this is going to bypass Washington, but we are still seeing that cloud cover move in out ahead of that cold front. Luckily, we have this area of high pressure overhead, and that is preventing a lot of widespread rain for the area and helping detour that area of low pressure and cold front to our north. But we still see the cloudy skies, and even a few returns starting to show up on radar. This looks a little more impressive than what's actually hitting the ground. This is the radar detecting a lot of mid and upper level moisture, but nonetheless, don't be surprised if one or two raindrops hit the windshield along 101, I-5, as well as Highway 12 over the next couple of hours as we start to see that lift from that system start to increase over the area. But most areas are going to stay dry today, but a little bit cooler because of the cloud cover we're seeing right now. Our temperatures, in fact, are a touch cooler compared to where we were yesterday by about 3 to 6 degrees in some cases. Cloudy, 55 here in Seattle. It's not cold, but it is a little bit cooler than where we were yesterday. 57 in Everett, warm spot Arlington, Mount Vernon, and Chehalis. Good afternoon, 59 degrees. And then east of the Cascades, we have those temperatures already well into the 60s. And areas east of the Cascades going to hit the 70s this afternoon. We're going to be stuck in the lower 50s for much of Puget Sound, especially Central and South Sound. That's where the milder temperatures will be observed this afternoon. A little bit cooler as you work your way a little farther north in North Sound, and the coastal areas going to see those temperatures in the mid 50s for highs. One or two rain showers possible this evening. This is around 7 p.m. so keeping an eye on that for the Mariners' first pitch at 6:40. That's the best chance for a spot quick hitting shower in Seattle, and that extends down along I-5 toward Tacoma, Olympia, and Chehalis. But again, this is going to be very spotty, quick hitting in nature. We dry out tomorrow morning, a cloudy start to the day, but by the afternoon, we're going to see quite a bit of sun breaks around 5 p.m. and that's going to help spike those temperatures up. So if you don't like today's weather, I think you're going to like what we have in the forecast tomorrow, with some areas climbing into the lower 70s. So an above average day for a few folks for South Sound. Here in Seattle, 69 degrees. If we hit that, that will be a degree above average. But as you can see, that's going to be a pretty nice day, and actually the nicest day of the next 7 days because our temperatures come crashing down toward the end of the week. We do hold on to upper 60s on Thursday, but rain chances do increase late in the day. Your Friday highs come down into the lower 60s with a pretty good chance for rain, especially late in the day, and that continues into Saturday. Saturday looks wet, breezy, chilly, a high of 60. 60 for your Sunday, but we bounce back on Monday with a chance for an isolated shower. But I think Monday, Memorial Day, will be largely dry with temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 60s.
All right, good. We'll come back there for the holiday weekend.